Hello, friends. So today we're looking at the Individualism Index of yourself and comparing that to other countries, including our own. This is actually about culture, not like culture in its entirety, but a very important aspect of culture. That aspect of whether you tend to be more of an individual and feel like that freedom and individuality is important, or if you feel like more of the relationships and contributing to society is important. And nobody is exactly on either end, and no culture is exactly on either end. So we're kind of looking at generalities here, so be careful. Don't take anything you learn here as absolute fact for yourself or for the countries that we're looking at. But generally speaking, individuality, again, is more of that freedom and personal will and personal responsibility, whereas the collectivism side of things is more coming together as a group in your like strong bonds of relationship and society. So you're going to look at these statements. So on one side on this side is all the collectivism statements, and this side is more of the individuality statements. So, and you're going to decide where you fit between the two statements in a row at a time. So the first one, am I in this category more? People in their groups have strong and lasting relationships. Is that more where I'm at? Or people choose their friends because of similar interests or sympathy? Where do I fit? Is it more about interest choosing, or am I like, okay, strong family community bonds? Which one? And so choose your number where you think you're at, and I want you to highlight it. So you select it here and you go up to the highlighting function. You can choose whatever color you want, make it pretty. And so that's my number there. Then you're going to go to the next line. Communal spirit and social solidarity predominate. So some of these words might be hard for you, so take some time to make sure you understand them. Look them up if you need to. Communal means coming together. By the way, don't get like scared off by the word communism if that comes up. Someday we'll talk about the government of communism probably, but that communism itself is not like something to worry about. We're not thinking about that. We're just thinking about the community spirit. So, and social solidarity, where as a unit, it's more about being social, and those predominate, meaning that they are the thing that's at the forefront. Is on one side versus the other, independence and freedom predominate. So you can think of what that means in our country, but really we're trying to answer for ourselves individually. So maybe I'm kind of in the middle. I don't know. So there's my next one. So what you're going to do is you're going to add all these numbers up. Make sure you do a good job because it makes a big difference because we're multiplying by 5. So adding all those up, the max you could have is 25. So you're probably going to have less than 25. And here you put your number in. Let's say I did all the numbers and I got, say, like 15 was my number. So 15's that. That's not my individualism index score. So I'm going to put it here, that number 15, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to multiply it by 5. And that's still not the score. There's one more step. But 15 times 5, let's see, 10 times 5 is 50. 5 times 5 is 25. So that's going to be 75 total. And now I take that number and subtract 25. So I put this number, 75, whatever you get there, multiplying by 5, put it here. And then I subtract 25. Well, 75 minus 25 is like 75 cents minus a quarter, leaves me with 50 cents. So 50 is the answer there. That is my individualism index score after I take my total amount, multiply it by 5, and subtract 25. So my individualism score right here is 50. And now I take that score and I'm going to compare it to the country index scores. A quick note, this information down here is optional reading that gives you kind of information about the study that this came from. You don't have to read it, but it can give you some more information. And then down here, again, this is just informational right here, the Individualism Index by country. Quick note, some of these rankings might be outdated. They might have changed over time, so just know that. And it's just informational. So you find yourself, so if I was 50, I would be closest to Spain. That would be closest to my country of individualism. So I take that idea of this spectrum here, and then I answer these questions, reflection questions about where you're at individually compared to different cultures.